Welcome to the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League, week number 4. And if you could see the screen, we are at the infamous Daytona International Speedway. I'd like to take a second to introduce my co-host, Lexi Plumley.
Hi, this is my home track. This takes place in Florida.
Yep, that's right.
And I was born in Florida, so this is like my home track.
Yep, and being from Florida myself, this was also my home track at one point, racing with SCCA, NASA, and also Champ Car, Trump Car. So it should be an interesting, fun race for a lot of the guys here at the Martin Sports Car Club. This is probably a home track for a lot of those guys that are there. So as you can tell, the layout in the infield may look a little bit different than you're used to seeing. This is the legacy track. So this track was actually fashioned in iRacing back prior to 2008 when it was real bumpy around the high banks and before they opened up the bus stop. So you're going to see a little bit different configuration, and this will actually be the last time we're going to be using this 2008 earlier track. Next year we're going to go ahead and jump up to the newer version and start some night races. All right, so the pace truck is off, and they're going to take them around for one lap to warm up those tires as they run around turn 1. And we're going to take this opportunity to talk about who qualified where. So here we are with Andrew throwing down the fast lap time of 1:35 flat in qualifying trim, followed very closely behind. 0.1 back was ZPM driver Leland Giddens. In third place, Jesse Olson, and also 0.1 back. Another ZPM driver, Junie Thompson, in fourth. Fifth was Zane Plumley. Sixth is GRM's own JG Pastrak, 1.7 back from the leader. Seventh was Banana Man, almost 2 seconds back, and Chris Wells, starting to make up some time, was 3.2 seconds back in eighth place. And Bradley from Shut Up and Drive It, the points leader, is now at this point, from last year's points leader, did not set a qualifying time. So we're going to see if he's going to try to pull off what he did last week when he wasn't able to qualify and go from the back to the front. So moving over to the GT3 class, Justin Hall from Shut Up and Drive It posted in the fast time of 1:45.3 and pretty much said that was all that was going to happen at the start of the race for these guys, because his teammate Eric in second place was over a second back per lap. Dean Dibdahl, also another Z Plumley driver in GT3, 1 second back from the leader as well. So really close, almost a couple hundredths of a second there between him and Eric. Fourth place was Bjorn from Shut Up and Drive It. Fifth, Daniel Curio, one of ZP's drivers. Sixth, Tom Jensen is a privateer, so we're going to have to get him on a team somewhere. Seventh, John Tremblay, a SCCA driver as well, is in here. In seventh place, Matt Jackson, ZP Motorsports, is starting to pick up his pace with 3 seconds back. And Nicholas Vincent, also a privateer, will come in at 4 seconds back at the back of the field, and we're going to see how that pans out. All right, so they are on the backstretch getting ready to go through the bus stop from the warm-up lap. There we go. And and there's the airport that is there in the back that you usually see during the broadcast here. You might see a plane or two taking off or coming down. So iRacing spent a lot of time putting a lot of extra things in here. So Lexi, what do you think so far?
I like it.
What do you like about it? We're really high up in the sky?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like the view. But why do they have a giant pond like a quarter of the ocean?
Oh, that's in case there was a fire. They have all this water they can use to put out the fires that are there. All right, so we're going to get a bit closer look in here and on the leaders as they're coming through. So the pace truck is probably going to pull off here in the next couple seconds. And then these guys are going to get the green flag to start the race. And there goes the pace truck. Oh, and right off the back, Andrew didn't even bother waiting. He says, oh, I'm out of here. He go ahead and he takes off and leading the field across the stripe and going into turn 1, followed by Leland Giddens. And looks like Jesse Olson. Jesse Olson there in his third place car. He has a new livery for this week, so I got to get used to that one. Heading into the horseshoe for turn 1, but we're also going to go back and check on the start for the GT3 field. I'll see if there's any issues here going on. Shut up and drive it 1 and 2, and ZP drivers in 3rd and 4th. We're going to get some liveries for those guys. I know that Mark Sykes is making a livery for that Lamborghini there for Dean, and also getting one for the M4 as well. What do you got, Lexi?
I see a car.
You see a car already? Well, don't blow it just yet. All right.
No, I mean, there's another one, but I didn't get a close look at it.
Gotcha.
It's in this group, I think.
Okay. All right, so as we're going through the second international horseshoe, as it pans through, we might just catch some of the DP cars. Oh, maybe not. There they are up on the high banks already, getting ready to go in the bus stop. So we're going to go ahead and check in with those guys. And through the bus stop for the very first time. So I'm not sure these tires got, not a lot of warmth in them whatsoever. But they're going to take it and tiptoe around just a little bit as they go through this first lap. So it looks like everything's pretty much settled down. There's Junie Thompson getting his cage rattled a little bit by Jesse Olsen, getting ready to go across the stripe into turn 1. How's this one going to turn out? Oh no, so we got them in the background. I don't know what camera switched on that. So side by side going through. Junie takes a little bit wide. I think he just overblew the corner a little bit, and Jesse does an over-under, but Junie recovers and is able to keep Jesse at bay. All right, so we have Lexi that wants to say something.
Who was that guy? Not that guy or the other guy, the one before.
I don't know. Who's that guy? That sounds like a song from a Grease 2 movie.
Can you go back, of where the cars that you've been... Oh, someone's off!
Oh, who won? Oh, Andrew? Did Andrew go off?
Yeah.
Up just for a little bit. Yep, he did. He went from 1st all the way down to 7th. So hopefully just a quick little spin there. There he is. So he's just catching up.
The car with the lightest bluish.
Yeah.
And maybe purple.
Yep, there we go. Leland Giddens in 2nd place. Now giving chase to Jesse, who has taken over the lead. So I'm sorry, that was Junie at first, and then it turned into Leland. So we have Jesse Olsen out front, followed by Leland and Junie, and Banana Man making up some spots. Look at that in 4th place. JG fell back just a little bit. Not sure what happened there, but Bradley, let's check on him. He is right on the back end. There we go. 3-way battle with these guys. Wow, check it out. So Banana Man, wow, deep into the brakes, and Bradley also looks like Junie decided to take a little easy after his cold tire incident on the last turn, and these guys just threw it in there. And JG throwing down a 137 looked like that was looks like a pretty good, really quick time for him as well. And Chris Wells throwing in a 140. So you're going to see these times drop just a little bit as they start to get going a little bit faster. Now, I'm not sure why it's not showing the GT3 cars. There we go. All right, so 1, 2, and 3 all throwing. Look at that, all 149s with John and Tom throwing down the same exact time. And Matt Jackson is a little bit behind. Maybe you can use some of that draft from those guys to get up there. So, man, so Eric, so this is the battle for the lead for GT3. So this is another amazing livery by Justin Hall that he put together. He spends a lot of time on the PC getting those things going. So he does a great job putting those together for everybody. Eric's running his same livery from last week. And Dean looks like he got a little bit different, a little more colorful for this week's race. Hopefully we'll get that ZPM livery for that pretty soon and get them all dressed up, ready to go. So he's putting the pressure on these guys, getting back on the high banks from the infield. And this is where a lot of the draft is going to come into play. The GT3 cars really do draft pretty well around here at Daytona. As long as you're within 1 second of the car in front, you're going to be able to get that draft and get some extra speed out of it. The bad part of that is coming into like the bus stop. If you got to change your braking point just a little bit because you're probably going 5 miles an hour quicker, and if you don't, then you end up going a little bit deep. Oh no! And speaking of going a little bit too deep in the bus stop, there was Eric there shaving off some grass on the inside there. So I know what you got, Lexi.
First, how do you talk so fast?
I don't know. I'm so excited. This is good stuff. I mean, what's not to like? All right. So Dean going on the outside. There he goes. Looks like he's got the spot. And easily takes, I don't know if Eric slowed down for a reason there or not. Looked like everything was fine, but Dean just, I don't know, turned on the quad turbo and flew by, Eric. So hopefully everything's okay. Nothing really happened from that car incident in the bus stop there. Yeah, go ahead.
So, 2 things. How about I check on the weather thing, and then I go down the leaderboard?
All right, how about we check on the weather thing just a little bit. Go down the leaderboard, and we'll do the weather thing when there's a little less racing going on.
Half of this?
Yep, sure, and then we'll do the other half then.
First place, Jesse Olsen. Always great job. Leland in second. Yep. Bradley in third. 4, Banana Man. 5, Junie. 6,
JG, yeah.
Who's that?
He's the Grassroots Motorsports writer.
Oh. And 7th, Andrew. 8th, Chris.
All right, and let's check on the GT3 class. Okay, go down that leaderboard.
Justin Hall, first.
Yep.
Dean, second. Eric, third. Daniel, fourth. 5th, Tom.
6th.
6th, new guy. 7, Bjorn. 8, John, and 9, Nicholas.
So Justin's picture there at the bottom has his little puppy with him. Do you know the name yet? Why don't you ask him in the broadcast, so maybe he'll tell us in the comments below when we show the video on YouTube.
Okay, what is your dog's name? And I think you look like the new guy and his dog. I think that looks like Piper.
Piper is Matt Jackson's dog. so all right, so as we're taking some laps through here, let's get back into some of the action and check on what's going where. So Jesse Olsen just threw down a quick time of a 1:35.2. So that's the fastest lap of the race so far. So he is turning on the cruise control and heading out into space. Leland's giving him chase about 2 seconds back. JG's in pit lane. Hope everything was okay with that. A little bit early to pit there, but hopefully he's just maybe had a little bit of damage. Wants to get it fixed to get some speed back, because this is definitely a speed non-aero track. We don't want a lot of downforce with this particular track here, because so much time is spent on the high banks that there's a couple ways you can set up the car, but you really want to take the drag off of the car since you're spending so much time on that area. So speaking of the high banks, this is how steep they really are, and when you're actually in a car in real life and you're on this thing, it feels a lot worse. It actually feels like a 45-degree angle, but it's only like 33.5 degrees. But it is definitely crazy, and the first time you do it, you think you're going to fall off the wall, but you definitely won't. You just need to go faster and make that car stick. So you can see these guys fighting through the bus stop right here and trying to get a good drive, because so much of this next area, getting a good drive out of the corner, will get you the speed you need going into turn 1. So, all right, Lexi, what do you want to talk about? Oh, you're going to go get some water? How about some of this water? I came prepared. This is the commentary box. I mean, the only thing we're missing is cookies, but we're waiting for Cassie to bring those in later.
Really?
Yeah, well, she always brings sweets and food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. How about we go and check on some guys? What's going on? All right, here is Nicholas Vincent heading into the bus stop in the BMW M4 GT3. There he goes. He still has his livery on from the 24 hours of Daytona that we raced last week here. And we started 10th and finished 10th. So as a group of guys who have never done an endurance race before got together, had about less than a week of practice, and I would say did an amazing job, for Shut Up and Drive It and Zane Plumbing Motorsports, keeping that car on the track. And they did finish all the way and made the checkered flag at the end of 24 hours. So now they're hooked, and now they want to race everything for 24 hours for the next year. And be glad to work with those guys any day who have that type of enthusiasm. Next up is John Tremblay, and he's got that real crazy chromatic Lamborghini. Lexi, I would like to show you a picture, but Lexi's face, the jaw's on the floor, so she really likes that one a lot. Oh, there he is, getting passed by Bradley, who's giving chase to leader to Leland. All right, and there is Bjorn. Oh, it looks like he's got a different variant of the Shut Up and Drive It ZPM car. I like that one. That one's pretty neat. What do you think of that one, Lex?
I like it. I don't know. It looks sort of like a cool zombie car.
A zombie car?
Yeah.
You into zombies? You into zombies? I don't know. Maybe someone might make you a zombie one. Who knows? Yeah. All right. Next up is Matt Jackson. There's Bradley going by him as well. Matt definitely gives him in the inside, takes a wide turn, and then cuts it in to get a better drive out of the first horseshoe. Nicely done, Matt. And he is giving chase in 6th place right now, which is good. He's giving chase to one of the newcomers to our league, Tom Jensen. So Tom looks like he's also picking up some speed as well, so that's nice. Don't know what his driving experience is too much. Hadn't had a lot of time to interact with him, but we'll slowly get to know him as well and find out his story and get some cool facts about the drivers as they go through here. And speaking of Tom, there he is. Also in that very popular BMW M4. And every time I go to somebody, Bradley's passing them. Last of you guys I went to talk about, there goes Bradley, there goes Bradley.
There goes Bradley. Oh my goodness, there's Bradley.
We're going to turn it into a song. Ready? You ready to sing it?
Sure.
There goes Bradley.
There goes Bradley.
All right. So let's keep going up the leaderboard there. Sorry, Tom, if we stepped on your toes there, but glad you're racing with us. All right, and Daniel Curio is there. And hey, look, it's not Bradley passing.
It is someone.
Yep, Daniel in 4th place, doing a great job. Also with the same paint scheme that we had used for the 24 hours of Daytona last week. Eric, and I'm pretty sure he used that livery last week as well. Man, I was wondering how long he's going to nurse that beer down there in the corner. I mean, every time I see it, it's still full. So we got to talk to him about that. Have to change his picture, make it halfway sometime. So looks like he's doing something constructive. All right, and next up is Dean, as we were talking about before, in the new Lambo GT3. And also today it was announced by IMSA that the GT3 cars are going to be replacing another one of the classes, the LMP classes. I'm sorry, not the LMP classes, I'm sorry, the GTLM classes. So to get more uniform with making what type of car and the way it's set up in the United States as it is in Europe and for Le Mans and pretty much around the world. So just a little more easier for everyone to use the same set of rules for everything. So trying to combine a lot of stuff and make it great for everybody, to try to, grow the sport entirely instead of trying to fight each other. And there he goes. Oh, on the inside, nicely done there, Jesse, as he takes the inside move. And Dean, I'm sure that didn't even faze him one bit as he's going through there. And of course, the leader of the GT3 class, Justin Hall, with his new livery for that one. That is pretty cool. Not quite sure how to name it. It's like gold that got ran over by a 4x4 in the mud. I don't know. What do you think? How would you describe that one?
That one?
Yeah.
I would describe that it looks like gold that has been in a temple for about 1,000 years.
Oh yeah, that's much better than mine. Like an Egyptian temple? Yeah. Cool.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. A Shirley temple?
What's that?
All right, here we go. Moving up into the LMP2 class. There's Mr. Chris Wells, Mr. MSCC. flying the colors high for the Martin Sports Car Club. Followed by Banana Man. Looks like the back end of that car is looking a little ripe still. So see if we can keep that thing in line and keep it moving. And look at that. He did change to yellow wheels. That's,
Oh, yes.
I know. Thank you so much. See, I noticed it right off the bat, 10 laps in. But yes, I did notice it. And thank you, Michael, for taking care of that. All right, there is Andrew running his maroon and yellow livery.
I'm gonna give some points.
Okay.
100,000.
Man, people are going to run out of ink trying to write all these points down.
They don't have to. They just have to remember the biggest ones and be like, oh.
All right, moving on to Junie Thompson, ZPM sponsored LMP2, rolling on the back there of Dean, trying to get as much draft as he can. He's about a second back and trying to gain ever so slightly on his teammate Leland Giddens in third place. So Bradley moved in the second, 7 seconds back. Also running about a second, a little bit slower. Maybe had some traffic. And Leland pulled a 143, and Junie really caught up that lap at 136. Don't know if that was traffic or not, but definitely crazy. And again, my apologies for the race timing tower, the way it's set up. All right, Lexi, I want you to talk a little bit and see if I can't figure this one out.
So, you have been doing a really great job, and whoever has been passing Bradley?
Well, Bradley's been passing a lot of people.
Yeah, Bradley, we made a lovely song about you. And
boom, I did it. All right, sorry to cut you off. Yeah, go ahead.
that?
Yes, that. I got both of them. Now we can
Okay.
see where the races are. See, when you got the colors over there, so number 13th place, Bjorn, you see where the color's in yellow. That means he's, within a second. So we're going to go over here to one of my 90,000 million screens and look up Bjorn, and boom, there he is there. And we're going to change on another one of my 90,000 screens here. We're going to go to that view right there and ride along with Bjorn. How about that?
Nice.
All right, he is giving chase and he is catching up to Tom. So here's where we're going to see a lot of the drafts coming into effect right now. Is as soon as the speed kind of gets up just over 100 miles an hour, you can see the car starting to suck into the draft, and then you pull out to the outside, depending on the inside or outside where they're going to give you, or whichever one you feel more comfortable, especially coming to the bus stop. Oh boy, this could be crazy. This is going to be the late breakers. Oh! Bjorn goes in. Whoa, wait a minute! That was crazy, Tom. Way to keep it going. A lot of front end.
Goodness.
His front end is sliding all over the place. He is understeering, but I tell you what, that was awesome. That was probably the highlight of the race so far.
Oh,
and there goes Banana Man.
Oh
Banana
my
Man's
goodness.
on the apron. Look at that.
This is awesome. Can we video this?
We are videoing this.
Yay!
That's what we're doing. We're just not talking to hang out or anything. All right, so Banana Man looks like he's ducking into the pits right now after that amazing pass on the apron. As these guys are still going at it, we're going to stay with them right now because it is going into turn one could be a little crazy.
The banana's eaten. It's gone.
Banana Man slipped into the pits for a second.
Oh, wait.
Eric, that one's for you. Oh, okay. I know my jokes are kind of ripe today. All right.
You were so funny.
I know. Sometimes I can really be appealing. Okay. So, Eric, I know. I got them all from you, man. You're like the best bad joke dad pun guy thing ever. So I love it, man. Keep it up so I can keep using them. All right, so back to the action here. Jesse Olsen throwing down the fastest lap of the race, a 135.2. He is definitely 10 seconds out from the rest of the field. So we're gonna keep an eye on some of these closer races going on. Whoa! Bjorn! Oh, a little too much of the right pedal and threw it around there. Oh man. So he will get back on track.
And
that was so close. Oh man, that was going so well. Bjorn, man, I feel for you. That was so good. We really enjoyed watching that. And one thing that's really great about this league, I will say that everyone is such a great sport about everything, and everyone likes to help everybody out as well, which is which is nice. So you know, when somebody like you know Bjorn puts in so much time and so much work, you know, has a little spin. I mean, we all feel for you, buddy. So don't worry, man. You're doing great, and keep it up.
Do you need to take a trip to the peel?
To
You know, the pit, the peel.
the pit?
I was gonna do this.
No, I don't want to see your armpit. Put your arm. All right.
Oh, these two.
Yep, I know. Crazy, crazy. All right, moving on. So everyone looks like they're kind of spread out a little bit. You want to go down the leaderboard and just do first names?
Sure.
Okay.
Jesse, Bradley, Leland, Junie, Andrew, Chris, Banana Man.
That's kind of his first name.
Yeah.
I should hyphenate it.
Yeah. Justin, Dean, Eric, Daniel, Tom, John, Matt, Jackson. Bjorn.
Matt Jackson, if you're nasty.
Oh, we should put that on there. Matt Jackson, if you're nasty. Oh, I can't breathe.
He's gonna kill me tomorrow, but he won't see this until we actually get down to Daytona. So Matt and I are loading up a big gigantic camper van looking thing, and we're headed to the actual 24 Hours of Daytona that's happening this weekend, and gonna have fun. And we're gonna hopefully run into JG is there as well. We have some VIP GRM tickets that I like to get every single year. They do such an amazing job. If you guys can get on, you know, the waiting list, or if they got extra tickets to go see the 24 with the GRM package, absolutely do it. They have their own private parking area, private dinners, private tours. They do such a great job that just adds to the event. So check it out. Don't hit JG's inbox for free tickets and stuff. That's not going to happen. But nonetheless, definitely want to. If you like racing, you'll love the 24. If you've never been, you got to do it just once. All right, there goes Banana Man. He's out of the pits.
Bjorn, Nicholas, JG.
Oh, did you not finish?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We stopped at Matt, but
All right.
all these things. It's like I can't breathe. Can I borrow your water?
Sure, you can borrow some more water.
Okay.
I just don't want it back after you get done with it. whatever part you drank. All right, so Bjorn is in the pits. Let's give a shout out here to Jesse Olson, who just threw down on last lap a 135 flat. So he is out there killing it, burning off some gas. Banana Man is behind him, but a lap down. So looking at everybody on the leaderboard, when I switch to somebody's car, it will tell you, you know, if it's in blue, it's someone that person lapped as well. So here he is coming up, getting ready to get back onto the high banks, coming out of the infield from the second International Horseshoe. And even though there's a huge disparity of speed between the LMP2s and the GT3 cars, you can see him sniff just a little bit of draft there to give him a little extra boost as he goes by. But the cars go by so fast that the GT3 cars can't get back behind him and gain anything about that. So the leaders are all pitting. Look at that. So GT3 leaders, so Justin, Dean, Eric, Daniel, all in pit lane right now getting fuel. They're all in the same strategy. So let's go ahead and talk, Lexi, and I'll throw some strategy stuff up there.
Okay, first of all, 24 laps to go.
24 laps. How about 10 laps to go?
Oh, sorry. I was counting up. Sorry.
Yep, quite all right.
Maybe about 9. But
9?
yeah, because it just turned to 6.
All right, so the leaders are now exiting pit lane, and the second half of the GT3 field are now in pit lane. So Tom, Matt are in there getting some fuel, and John and Bjorn was already in there, so he was one of the first ones to get in. Yeah, see how that's going to play out. So let's talk about who's our biggest mover. Well, it says Bradley got 16 places, but that's because he didn't. Yeah, they put him in the back of the field, but gridded him with the LMP2 cars of his class. So really, he only got, I think, like 8 spaces.
out some of the new cars.
Yep, looks like we got some racing going on. Oh, there we go. I saw some times going in real close, and it was really those guys were passing each other coming in out of the pit. So, all right, Matt just coming out of the pits, wanted to take it a little bit easy, but Bjorn, who is right behind him, definitely has some warmer tires, so he should be able to push the issue and see what he can do to put some pressure on Matt, and hopefully, Matt doesn't falter to a lot of that. So you can see Bjorn definitely being able to dive a little bit deeper on the brakes there, using up those warm tires. So let's keep an eye on this. So Bjorn, I'm telling you what, you're getting a lot of coverage this week. So kudos to you. All right, so easier on the throttle. There you guys go. All right, let's check out to see what. Gotta find the right camera. That wasn't the camera that I wanted. That's the camera. There we go. So there's Bjorn. You can see him coming up, moving across. And it seems like every time I move the camera, it wants to change to somebody else. All right, there's Bradley cutting through, going through the kink right here, full speed all the way through. Junie Thompson finally hitting pit lane. So, oh, you're taking a break? You want to get a cookie?
No. I'm going to ask her about the cookies, but also because I have to tell Mom something.
Okay. All right. Back on to Chris Wells. Nice and steady. His main goal, he told me, was to just keep everything smooth and steady. Oh, man. Oh, and he was right in front of Jesse Olsen. Hopefully not a bunch of damage. I tell you what, I am the curse tonight. I should not talk about any of these guys whatsoever. So he is in a rough spot right now, being able to get back, because there's not a lot of space to turn the car around, and you want to get the car going. Oh, and here comes some of the GT3. And then there's, looks like Junie, oh man, they almost touch. Oh boy, what is going on? So Chris tried as safely as possible to get through there. So there they go. Wow, that was close. So glad they all got through it with not too much damage. And Chris, probably just lost it going to the back end. These LMP2 cars are so tight. I mean, there's not, you can see them locking up right there. The suspension is so tight, the frames and the shells and everything is just so, so wound up. There's not a lot of spring release in there to go over these bumps. So when you start hitting some of that stuff, it's crazy. So, all right, Leland Giddens in the pit lane, Jesse Olsen in the pit lane, which puts Andrew into first place right now. So you should see some of these guys. So it looks like the GT3 cars are pitting at the 17th, except for Banana Man. Banana Man pit a little early. Let's see how that plays out for him.
What I miss?
Just a little bit crazy. Chris went off. Blinky, old Blinky, not new Blinky. Yep. So he went off just a little bit in the bus stop, and a little damage between him and Jesse. So it was a little bit crazy there for a little bit, but everything's okay. All right, let's check on John Tremblay.
Also, I went to talk to Cassie about the cooking, and she was like staring at me like, what?
Yeah.
I also checked in the oven.
No cookies in the oven?
No.
Oh man.
So she's not making us cookies?
Next time we'll place an order. Oh, there goes Junie in the grass. Boy, he's like, I want to get around. I got to get back up front. So he's currently holding on to 5th place. And he does want to get by. Oh, he might have had an opportunity, but I think he was, being nice to John. John's trying to run his own race and trying to catch up to Bjorn. So there he goes, safely by. And maybe, John can catch a little bit of a draft here and try to catch up to Bjorn. So, oh no! Slides out again, a little too much. Boy, we definitely have the jinx this week. So there goes Matt Jackson by John. So not too bad and as far as losing place. So just lost one spot. So, all right. So Jesse Olsen back in the lead as Andrew now hits to pit lane. Bradley throwing in about a second faster lap than Jesse. So making a little bit of time, but still 6 seconds back.
I have a winner, and it's not that car.
Okay. But you're not going to tell me? You just maybe sit here.
You want to know?
I'm gonna sit here and bite my nails. I mean, you can't tell anybody.
Okay, wait.
So anyway, speaking of, so I'm sure everyone is probably wondering, where is the Lexi car dress-up trophy?
Well, we're still working on it.
Yep, we are working on it. We do have a little bit of a surprise. It's currently being painted.
Yeah, and it's gonna have less sparkles.
Yeah, and less glitter. I'm okay with sparkles, but yeah, definitely some less glitter. But there's rumors that there's actually some 2001 Audi TT car parts involved in this trophy. Ones that were found in a box when moving to a new house and unpacking a garage, that aren't needed anymore when you turn a street car into a race car. So we will unveil that. I would love to do it this weekend, but unfortunately I will be at Daytona. So we will pick the winners, and we're recording the winners, and we will get back to getting everybody's pictures with their liveries and get them posted on social media for you guys to show everybody, and your girlfriends and your wives and your dogs and your cats and turtles and what? People have turtles?
And wives and dogs and cats.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, and don't forget to tell your children and the Shut Up and Drive It team.
That's right. Definitely tell them. So, and also when I get back from Daytona, you have a racing date with the Shut Up and Drive It guys. Yes. So after talking about it last week with Lexi driving at Legends, and the Shut Up and Drive It guys said, yep, we want that race to happen. So when I get done with Daytona and come back, we'll actually put that on and see how that goes. Should be a fun time. Great group of guys over there.
I will see you guys in the pit.
You want to see him on the other side of the finish line.
What?
Like to take a second too, also to give a shout out to some people who helped make this whole thing happen as we're closing in on 5 laps left. Shut Up and Drive It, we talked about as well. Go over and check their YouTube channel. They do a ton of racing, ton of streaming, and definitely promote this league a lot as well. And they also do a lot of the VRS series every Saturday and Sunday as part of their main thing, is what they like to do, plus the special events. Icon Sim Sports, another one who sponsors the LMP2 class awards, everything else. Rob Neller out there, not here this week. He's been here a couple other races and stuff. So hopefully he'll be back to getting back to racing with us, which would be nice in his car. And if you have any needs for an amazing, stiff, high-end rig that is truly customizable and built from scratch for you, no matter what size, height, weight, or 90 arms, legs, and appendages, Rob will actually build one of those for you. So get in touch with him at iconsimsports.com. And of course, you know, the owner of the league, Martin Sports Car Club, group down in Orlando. And, Junie, hold on to that back end, buddy. They do live autocross sessions and have officially allowed this digital league to be part of the club's racing at this point. So glad about that. So hopefully I covered everybody. Mark Sykes Designs, there we go. It's one of the Mark Sykes design there, and Matt Jackson's car. And I think that pretty much covers it. Do you think? Yep. Okay. All right. She's got her fingers and toes out, so in which she must be counting down some laps. And don't worry, she's not gonna scream it this time.
I will not. Also.
All right.
5 more laps to go.
Good deal. All right. So there is Bjorn. Again, man, a lot of time because he is chasing everybody down. Yep. Between him and Tom. So this is part 2. So let's see if he can make the pass this time and keep that back end underneath him as he goes from the infield back onto the high banks. So here we go in the second horseshoe. Nice wide tight in, apex close, ring it back out using all the track, almost all the track. And here we go. Let's see what is going to happen here. Let's not see a repeat. That is a very tough corner. It seems a lot slippery. You want to get the power down, but at the same time, you want to turn the car, and it just gets that thing all crazy.
For Shut Up and Drive It team, where are we going to drive?
At Lime Rock, in a Legends car, the one you're used to driving.
Yay.
Yep.
Is Lime Rock the one with the hill?
Yep, the hill going up and the hill going down. All right, so here we are back. Oh, Bjorn taking a nice four-wheel slide, probably from getting some pointers from his drifting buddies out there. So we lost a little bit of time with that slide. And let's see if we can get another angle for him.
Oh, JG is out.
Yep, I guess he disconnected. I hope everything was okay with him.
I'm sure he's good. I think he's getting some donuts from Donut Hut.
You could. Well, actually, he might be busy with getting ready for Daytona this week. And speaking of donuts, that's one of those things in the packages. Every morning you get Krispy Kreme donuts and coffee at the Grassroots Motorsport tent.
Ooh,
So here we go. We are tightening up right through here. Oh, and there. Oh, Bjorn! No! Oh, buddy.
Those tires are gonna be hearts.
Yep, I know. I don't know what happened. He missed his braking zone or he got tied up or something, but oh man. So, what?
3 more laps to go.
I know 3 more laps to go.
Because, you know, like 3 plus 3 is 6.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Bradley's still our biggest mover in the LMP2 class, and a lot of guys in the GT3 class moving up a couple spots. And of course, that's overall, I believe, and the timing tower is for everything. All right, so Junie, a little wide again on that entrance into turn 1. Here comes Jesse. Looks like he's moving up on maybe Matt Jackson. Yep. And you can just see the difference in the speeds, how quickly the LMP2s go through everything. There's Mr. Bradley again. I like those purple wheels, don't you?
I love them.
Yep, that was your week 1 winner right there.
My week 1?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We should think of something. That car of red and blue reminds me of one of the Paw Patrol pups.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. There was one of them that could grow really big and then one of them that can grow really small. They're twins.
Well, I would imagine that some of the guys in this league who have children would know about Paw Patrol. And the other ones who don't are probably YouTubing it or Googling it right now. And other ones are probably like, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm a little too old to watch Paw Patrol, but it's like my fave.
Yep.
One of my faves. Back to the race. We have 2 more laps to go.
I know, they're closing in as soon as Jesse goes through one more time.
And I promise you guys, I will not scream. I didn't do that last one.
Not gonna scream this time.
Nope.
All right, let's get this camera to settle down here just a little bit. Showing you some Bradley as he takes a beautiful line coming out of there and up to the high banks, using all the track and right back down. So there's some people also talk about too when you come out of the infield that you go up high to try to get a straighter line, and then as you're on top of the wall, you then turn to the left to try to go downhill to gain a little bit more speed. So there's different ways to attack it, and some of it probably depends on your car, your configuration of transmission or downforce or something. But I know some of the NASCAR guys do that. So the guys that are in the IMSA classes doing the road course also take some tips from those guys about how to work on the high banks. So again,
White flag.
Oh, yep, white flag.
And I did not scream.
So you can see where the cars are bumping and jumping all over the place, and again, because that was just the track hadn't been resurfaced in so long. So in middle 2008, 2009, they went ahead and scraped up the track and laid down brand new asphalt, and that's when iRacing came out and did a brand new scan and allowed to have night racing. So we're gonna start putting that into our program for the rest of the year. The good thing is I can tell you that season 2 is already drawn up and just waiting on some dates from iRacing so we can coordinate some of the tracks with some of the race series and special events. And also season 3 and season 4 are about 90% done. as well. So we're looking forward to an exceptional year here with the iRacing League. And I don't know, you having fun, Lexi?
Yeah. We're about to go to checkered flag. It's 25 versus 25.
Yep, well, here it comes on the backstretch. So this is the last time Jesse's going to go through onto the bus stop. Hard braking in. Turn it, get on the gas, right back out.
Putting my eyes straight on the way.
And just a quick second before he crosses the line, looks like everyone is pretty much spread out. It's a big track. So I know there was some close racing here and there, which was great. And but we are getting ready to close this one out. So lap 25, 11-25, there he goes.
Checkered flag.
Checkered flag. So Jesse Olson, congratulations on another win. Not only did he put in the last lap in the win, but he also put down the fastest lap, a 1:34.9 on the very last lap.
He's going to start his donut party.
I don't know if he is or not.
Oh, yep.
No, I guess he is. He was switching some of the traction control off. Man, this is a great view right here. I like this. You can see some of the cars going around still on their laps. So let's check in with some of the other guys. So GT3 guys. Oh, there's Justin Hall right now. So he is the leader in the GT3, and he is 16 seconds ahead of Dean. So Dean got by Eric, and about a second back.
I didn't see that. It says Justin Hall, the better Justin Hall.
Yes.
Because look at those muscles.
Yeah, we're missing the other Justin Hall this week. So yeah, we only had 18 cars this week. Unfortunately, had some drivers not being able to make it, but hopefully we'll be back to get some. So congratulations to Justin Hall, the better Hall, and hopefully find out the name of your dog soon. And there he goes with the with the donut party, the Smash 'em Up party.
My winner?
Yep. So you want to talk about your winner?
Yeah. The winner is
Disco
Ball. Disco Ball. The winner is of the Lexi Dress Up Award.
Yeah. Car Dress Up Award.
Car Dress Up Award is John.
John
I actually
Tremblay.
remember the name.
Yep.
And
Right
I said
there.
it wasn't that car.
Yep.
But he should get it fixed.
Yeah, he will get it.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations, Don. So just to talk real quick. So the LMP2 class leaderboard going on to the podium is Jesse in first, Bradley in second, Leland in third. ZPM driver second week in a row up on the third spot. That's great. Over to the GT3 class. Justin Hall with another win, followed by Dean and Eric. So these guys are on the podium a lot. So, all right. How was your night, Lexi?
It was truly amazing. I give, let's see, 100,000 points.
All right. Well, congratulations, you guys, for another great week. And for those who are tuning in, thank you very much for spending your time with us this afternoon, evening, or morning, whenever you're watching. And if you have anything you'd like to ask us or talk about, just put in the comments below. And we will see you next week.
Bye. Hope you like your point.